Hello everyone and welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're going to be checking out a deck from another content creator called Corey. And I've been getting asked by a few people here and there to check out their deck, but I have changed the deck ever so slightly. So as you can see, we are playing 3 copies of 6. This card, I think it's really underplayed in Timeless format. And this card has some very unique application with Fury. So if the 6 ever gets to attack and potentially mill a Fury into the graveyard, and you happen to have a land, and you also have a red card sitting in your hand, because the 6 says non-land permanents in your graveyard have retrace, meaning that you may cast that card from the graveyard by discarding a land card in addition to paying its other cost. So because it lets you pay the other cost in addition, you can also play the Fury out by evoking this card onto the battlefield for 0 mana, and you can get rid of a bunch of stuff on the battlefield. But another really cool application with the 6 is the One Ring, when it enters the battlefield, gives you a protection. Since the One Ring happens to be a permanent, as long as you draw a land every single turn, you can keep on recycling this One Ring to give yourself infinite protection until they can actually get rid of the 6. What's really nice about that is it buys you turns, right? It buys you turns since this deck can win in a single turn. And we're going to be winning through this card called Ulamooooog the Defiler. Very rarely you see this card ever in Timeless or even in Historic. What this essentially does is when this card enters the battlefield, it enters with the number of +1/+1 counters equal to the greatest mana value among the cards in your exile. So let's say if you already exiled a spell with the Ugin's Labyrinth and you exile an Ulamooooog, then the Ulamooooog is going to get +10 counters. Otherwise, another card that we're playing, we have this card called God Pharaoh's Gift. At the beginning of the combat, you may exile a creature card from the graveyard. So if the Ulamooooog is already in the graveyard, you're gonna exile the Ulamooooog, and if you do, create a token that's a copy of that card, and that card becomes a 4/4 black zombie. However, the Ulamooooog that comes onto the battlefield is going to see that there is a Ulamooooog in the exile that you just exiled with the God Pharaoh's Gift, so it's going to give itself a +10 counter, which is insanely sick. And with that counter, Ulamooooog is going to get Annihilator X, where the X is the number of +1/+1 counter. So it's going to get Annihilator 10, and once you attack, they're going to sacrifice their whole board, which is basically going to be game over. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Alright, let's try this one out. It's a mulligan. I mean, that's a keep. I'm just gonna put the Ulamooooog in there, just so that, like, if we do get Thoughtseize or something, we already ramped. This one seems like they're playing Dimir Control / Tempo. Or not? How do they have room to fit a Mistress Bubble in? Interesting. Interesting. You know, I really just want to go Fury right now, but playing Sneak Attack into Infernal Titan seems pretty sick. Guide of Souls. What to do? I mean, I can get rid of all of these. I mean, let me think here. So what if I go Fury now, get rid of these, and then I play Sneak Attack? Then we can get an Infernal Titan out next turn. We're gonna need to draw some like 1-rings or something.
Nothing can break our bond.
I mean, double Infernal Titans though. So I mean, they are technically dead next turn. Seven, so it's gonna come with another counter, right? So I'm just doing this in case they have like a removal spell. I don't think we need to use a Infernal Titan. Alright, that was easy. That was incredibly easy. I think I'm supposed to cut a 6. I don't think we're actually supposed to cut a Fable because of Fury. I mean, we do have more than 14 red sources, red cards, so technically you could cut a Fable. Man, 6 is so good though. I don't know. Okay. So they're probably trying to fix the top. Guide of Souls. This is not good because if the Guide of Souls becomes 4 power, 4 toughness, we can't really use the Brotherhood's End. More lands? I think we need to keep the Stomping Ground, right? Well, I guess we have to get rid of these. A Johnny.
May our axes strike as one.
Another Ugin's Labyrinth. Like, that's not what you want to see. So my opponent right now has Surgical in hand. Oh, that's not good. Like, especially if they pump using the Guide of Souls on. I hope they don't put it on. Oh my god. So if I block, I save 1 life, but I think this is a bit better. This is insane, by the way. Kills everything.
This plot goes deeper than I imagined.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Malevolent Rumble. I could just go sneak attack now. Or should I go 6? If I go 6, I still have Fury, so let's just do that. Because I might need to actually sacrifice a sneak attack for the Fury. I mean, pitch it. Unless I just, like, naturally draw land here. So they went with the Johnny again.
May our axes strike as one.
So we got another Fury. Probably get rid of that Fury. This one and that one. And then attack. Okay, that's very nice, actually. I was afraid of opponent using a surgical extract after I attack with the 6. No lands there. Maybe I go Malevolent Rumble here. God Pharaoh statue. I feel like we just want lands right now, right? It's a little bit of a cute play there. Ooh, Chthonian Nightmare. So they can transform the Ajani again. Really want Ulamooooog or Infernal Titan milled as soon as possible. We also haven't seen a One Ring yet, so complicating things quite a bit here. They really wanted to leave up that 1 mana, huh? They really did. Really? Okay, I mean, let's attack. Man, we're just not seeing any creatures. We still haven't seen Infernal Titans or Ulamooooog. Which is quite rough, honestly. Which is quite rough. $30 cards deep in. No One Rings. No Infernal Titans. No Ulamoooogs. Like, what is going on here? That is so bad. It's an instant win if we draw into them. Might actually have to fire off this Faithless Looting.
Traitors will be punished.
Again, they are leaving up 1 mana.
Into the fray.
We just need any of those cards.
Fight beside me, brother.
Not like this. Not like this. Okay, we got 1 ring. So we can delay. We can definitely delay a bit. We got an Infernal Titan. I think we actually want like a Brotherhood's End. If we want like if we want a clean state of the board. Because the Infernal Titan doesn't really do much, right? Like it snipes like 2 things. That's it. Yeah, it snipes 2 things, like that's it. We're gonna need like more than an Infernal Titan. Like we're gonna need Ulamooooog. We are gonna need some Ulamoogs here.
More join our cause.
Or a Brotherhood's End. Okay, let's go. Beseiju. Get rid of a Bowmaster. They have another Bowmaster. Nah, that's not gonna do it. Man, we really hit the brick, huh? We really hit the bricks this game. $30 cards to draw a singular 1 ring, and Just couldn't find our like Infernal Titans, Ulamooooog. Like this card was in the bottom 20, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't the bottom 20. I don't know about this one either, but like we got a turn 3 One Ring. Like, I guess that's like not bad. Drawing a Fable or 6 here would be kind of amazing. Haywire. I don't know, last game, maybe somewhere down the line, I was actually supposed to bring back the Haywire in case, like, wow, how convenient when I have a Haywire, right? Yeah, that's very convenient of them. And I have a bunch of One Rings stuck here. Very convenient, opponent. Very convenient. Well, that's good. Let's just keep drawing into Furies. Brotherhood's End. There's so many cards. You have more Bowmasters? Okay. Impatient. I can deal 6 damage total with the Infernal Titan next turn. It must have a source of Plowshare or something. It's healing me, so not too big of a deal. Wow, they're really good at getting Orcish Bowmasters. That's their 3rd copy. And 14 cards. Quite absurd, if you ask me. So put that in there. Get rid of that one, this one, probably that one. Draw a bunch of cards. There's that Ulamooooog. I have to play the One Ring here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So next turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So even if I play this One Ring, This one, preferably I don't want amped raptors in the graveyard, but I think it's okay. So I'm gonna discard now. I'm gonna discard the Ulamooooog. Then I'm gonna hard cast the God Pharaoh statue. And we're probably gonna be able to win the game next turn. Let's grab another land. Even got a Fury. I think I'm gonna wait on the Fury. They have to sacrifice 10. And that's game. Wow. Ooh, we have a channel. That's cool. We have a channel. I don't think I'm gonna be casting the channel though. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna be casting the channel. Yep, I'm gonna be casting the channel there. This is probably Tainted Pact, right? I don't think anybody would play this. If not. Yeah, I don't think anybody would play that. 6. Oh, man. I should have grabbed the Fable, but I got a little bit excited. You know, I got a tiny bit excited. Okay, so we want Veil of Summer. We want... What do we want? Haywire Might? I guess that's it. So maybe I want, like, Furies out. Like, instead of that, like, I want, like, a copy of Minx Gamboo. And we probably want, like, a Licensed Hers. Maybe instead of, like, a Infernal Titan. Like, something like that. I guess this could work. Cameo.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
My opponent was lucky enough to get Tamio in a one-up deck. I mean, Ulamooooog is pretty good in there. No lands so far. even after milling 2 and drawing a card. Stern Scolding.
In the right hand, knowledge is the violence is not the answer.
We're just... Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I mean, surely they're gonna have a counter spell, right? No way, right?
Use your words.
Oh, please do that. Yes, please. Oh, okay. I thought they were about to cause like me. So is that like a spell pierce? Guessing it's like a spell pierce. Flare of Denial. Okay. They got me. They definitely got me. My hand is not good. I thought I won for sure. Yeah, I thought I won for sure.
Think before you act.
But I think we are probably dead. They're gonna ultimate with Tamio and we're just gonna lose. That stuck? How? How does that stick? I mean, we're just dead. They're gonna draw half their deck.
The history of the multiverse is at my fingertips.
Like, it'd be pretty unlucky for them to not get the combo here. Yeah, they got it. So we lost to a 1 of Tamio. I mean, usually that's not gonna happen. Ooh, channel. Channel. It's just that they are playing a singleton deck. So like bringing cards that deal with Tamio is just like I'm just not gonna do that, you know? Watery Grave into a duress. So they're gonna take away the channel. So they dodged the bullet. My opponent did dodge a bullet there. The only reason I fetched the woodland, this wooded foothill, by the way, and on my turn is because of Stifle. Because they are playing a singleton deck. Veil of Summer. Okay. Yeah, this deck definitely seems very weak to combos. It is very weak to combos. Because even if you do set up a sneak attack, and then you attack, you're not like guaranteed to win. Which is a bit of a problem. I'll probably discard the other enchantment just so that we can get the delirium with the shifting woodland. Land, sorcery, instant. So if we bottom the fable here, I might just get rid of a faithless looting as well. Sink. It's pretty expensive sink. Fine. Fine. We are still pretty far away from like actually like comboing off here. They keep looking at my graveyard. They keep looking at my graveyard. They should have attacked first before playing this. Orcish Bowmaster coming. I think I will just still get rid of both of these. I'm trying to look for like Ulamooooog or something. Man, I don't know how my opponent does it, but there it is. Just one of Psychic Frog, one of Orcish Bowmasters. Really good. I'll probably do this, and then Malevolent Rumble. The problem is, even if I get Ulamooooog, like, it doesn't do anything. Kind of hoping they would counter the sneak attack. It does seem like they maybe they have, like, Flare of Denial, perhaps. Okay, that's good. Do I attack with both of these? Probably not. God Pharaoh. So we're still missing Ulamooooog in the graveyard. Which is a bit tough. Maybe I wasn't supposed to cut like all these creatures, like 6 or something like that. Thoughtseize, okay. Let's grab the God Pharaoh statue. Surgical, okay. That's totally fine. Like, we can just cast Ulamooooog. What, you're gonna top surgical again? Okay. I mean, at least opponent's not comboing, so that's good. Haha, speaking of an Ulamooooog. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 mana, so we would need 1 more mana to cast this Ulamooooog. Wow. I'm honestly quite surprised by that. Interesting. Very interesting. My plan is for opponent to, like, you know, surgical the 6, I guess. So I can go shifting woodland into a sneak attack and then put the Ulamooooog down next turn. So that's gonna be my plan here. Since opponent, now I see their entire hand, except this is probably like one of their combo piece. I think if they're gonna do this, next turn we get the Ulamooooog out and we win the game. Since opponent surgicaling is putting, you know, put a 7 mana card into the graveyard, into the exile, the Ulamooooog is gonna see that. We're gonna have 7 counters on the Ulamooooog.
If you need me, I'll be in the library.
So let us do this. I surely, like, they ran out of surgicals, right? I'm gonna give them a Mind Spike. Probably a Thunder Trap. They're not gonna have enough lands to play these anyway, so... Okay, we won. Nice! But yeah, like I said, this deck seems very, very vulnerable to combos. Alright, so played 5 matches, went 3-2, losing 2 games, one of them being a combo deck, and the other being a control deck. The combo deck that I lost to was an Omnitel, the other game that I lost to was a Jeskai control. And the way I lost both games to the Jeskai control was to surgical extraction. So this card over here, I feel like once this deck becomes, you know, popular enough for people to notice the pattern, I think would make this deck a little bit hard to operate. So the reason why I say that is because in that match, it wasn't shown because it wasn't, you know, an hour-long game, was because... And the only reason why it became an hour-long game was because they kept surgicaling the Ulamooooog, the Defiler. And it's not something that you can, like, stop at all, because you're playing things like Seed of Hope, Cash Grab, Malevolent Rumble, 6, things like that. Like, you're naturally gonna mill, right? And once Ulamooooog does hit the graveyard and they surgical extract the Ulamooooog, now you're left, like, look at this. Now you're left with some Infernal Titans and 1 copy of maybe Fury after sideboarding. So now, once they, like, even if the Ulamooooog did hit the board, they just played swords, sacrificed 2 permanents, and it was just done deal. So it does seem like the matchup seems incredibly tough versus a control deck if they know how to play against it, which is a little bit opposite of what you would expect from a deck with the Shifting Woodland and a Sneak Attack. When I played the other version of the Sneak Attack with the Shifting Woodland, we had things like a Troxa we had things like Cityscape Leveler, right? Instead of things like Infernal Titans or Fury. The upside to things like Aatroxa is obviously like when it comes down onto the battlefield using a sneak attack, you get more cards out of it. So once it hits the board, you can get another Aatroxa or for example, the Whirlspine Worm. The thing was about that deck was that the threats were varied. In this one, on the other hand, like Infernal Titan, and an Ulamooooog. So once Ulamooooog gets surgical, you're left with only Infernal Titans. So it was definitely a bit harder to play against the control, in my opinion. And once they got rid of surgical, things like God Pharaoh Statue became a little bit useless. Shifting Woodland became a little bit worse. Without things like Gristlebrand, Warspine Worm, Aatroxa, if you didn't have the One Ring down on the battlefield already, you will eventually just kind of run out of cards. So the trade-off here is this deck is incredibly strong versus energy, but it is definitely weaker to control, and the deck was already weak to combo before. Whereas the other version without the Infernal Titans and the Fury, it was better against control, but that one was weaker to creature decks. So definitely a cool deck, but it does suffer from that, the similar weakness Sneak and Shift has, which is it's not good against a combo deck. But yeah, let's talk about the good things. If you're expecting a lot of energy, I mean the Fury, the Infernal Titans, you constantly spam the One Ring with 6 for protection, and once you get that protection and you draw into either the Ulamooooog or Shifting Woodland and Ulamooooog happens to be in the graveyard, then you can really take over the game. Since attacking with this Ulamooooog is going to basically win you the game instantly. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. I did enjoy the deck. Except for the time when my Ulamooooog kept getting surgical extracted. That was very annoying. Yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.